guys. So right now I'm hiking back into the rock paddock to get the rest of those 14 T-posts. Yesterday I started putting up a little fence kind of next to the kidding goat barn for an area where Rumer and the baby goats can come out and browse a little bit. So right now I'm hiking back into that rock paddock and getting those 14 T-posts. It is pretty overtaken, except for this path right here. So usually there's only one point of entrance and one exit, which is usually right here, which is where the dogs and the deer go. Back of the horse barn. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go this way. See, there's like a path right there again. There's an old pile of wood. Let's see. Ooh, got some prickly pear cactus right there. Get a lot of that in this field. I want to try embarking on making something with this, but I haven't done that yet. So we'll see. All right, almost there. This lean-to is pretty much like, I'd say halfway in this rock paddock. It's about 7 acres. So I'm gonna have to come on it from one side only because there's tons of prickers. So there it is. So if I go this way, I'll go through a bunch of prickers. So I have to go the long way around and under some trees to avoid the prickers, which is fine by me. All right, here we go. All right, there's my T-posts. Got an extra gate here. Right, there's my T-posts. So I'm just gonna grab those. I'll probably have to make a couple of trips and bring them over to the goat barn. Well, what I decided to do instead was actually just kind of throw them over the fence into the horse and donkey pasture, because I think it'd just be too much to try to walk with all of these things and all this bramble. And I thought I had a whole bunch of 6-foot ones, but most of these are 8 feet. Which actually will be all right, because I'll use them on the exterior side of the pen. Maybe run 2 pieces of barbed wire on top, just to protect the babies from any type of dog that might come through. So we're actually in the middle of an ice storm right now. We've got a severe weather advisory, and I'm about to be putting my babes on and check on the goats. Today is actually Rumer's due date. I don't think she's gonna be having her babies today. It's supposed to get really cold next week. So my guess is that's when she's probably gonna have her babies. So I'm just gonna check on them, give them some hay and food, because I actually pounded in a bunch of T-posts for a permanent fencing around the kidding barn. Gotta get that up. Probably not gonna get that up right now just because of the freezing rain. And I had to move the electric fence, so they can't come out to browse today because the electric fence is all loose and it needs to be moved and adjusted. So we'll just see how bad this weather is and check on Rumer. All right, all bibbed up. Oh, I hear her crying. So it's not really as bad as everyone's making it. Not really frozen either. It's actually not that cold either. Hey, Callie. That's probably because I have bibs on. And bogs that are like to -20 degrees. All right, let's go check on the goats, Callie. Let's go check on the goats. You guys okay over there? I'll get you some hay, okay? All right, let's go get them some hay and get the horses some hay. It's really not that cold out. Maybe it's just because I'm from up north, I'm used to it. Yeah, you too, right? This is nothing. This is nothing for you. You're so warm. You're so warm. You're so warm. Callie. You're so crazy. All right. All right, Deke. This is for you, Bubba. Hey, what are you doing over there, sweet pea? Let's go throw this in here really quick, okay? Come in. It's just really wet and yucky out, huh? It's really not that cold. You obviously don't care much. You've been out in it. Still looking good for 33 years old, huh? You still got it? All right. Yeah, I know, you're pissed because the donkeys are gonna come steal your hay. Here they come. Here comes the little jerks. All right, Callie, we'll go give the goats their hay. So Robbie, you're probably just gonna chill there, right? So I'll show you guys. We're coming up to a little area that I pounded, and I had help from my sister and my mom. So I'm very grateful for that, because all the ones that I had previously pounded in were crooked, and I needed help because some of these T-posts are like 8-foot tall T-posts, and you can see I had to stand up on something because I've got the short person handicap to pound them in. And we stopped right about here because it got too dark. But this is gonna be like the aisle here, and then I'm gonna fence in this whole area, which I call Jumanji, and then there'll be like an aisle here for each of these kind of like yards to come out into, for convenience of moving the goats around. So here's gonna be like the little kidding yard, and then where the electric fence was, kind of, this will be like the permanent fencing area to separate these two. And then there's the breeding pen, which will probably eventually be separated. Hey guys, you want some hay? I'll come in and put it underneath your house so it doesn't get wet. Now would actually be like the perfect time to pound these in because the rain stopped, but I can't do that right now because my son hasn't gone down for his nap. I'm out here just for a few minutes quick, because the ground is wet, so it'd be a lot easier to pound the posts. Yeah, it is definitely not as cold as everyone's making it. It's not that bad. So I don't think I've posted a video in a good while about the goat barn updates and what's been going on. So I'll just show you inside. Everything's pretty much ready for the babies to be here, beside this permanent fence and kind of like this area here, but that's okay. If the permanent fence is around it, I don't think anything should get in here. So Toby and I actually cleaned out this whole entire thing. I just have to move these, but I picked up some hay or some straw the other day, and so that will be to keep the babies nice and warm when rumor has them, and kids. And yeah, this is pretty much all ready in here. I'm just gonna put like a little separator here, so Domino can come in here and kind of get used to them from the opposite side, so there's no bullying. And then also too, I was gonna use a partition for when I separate Rumor from her kids at night, so I can do milking in the morning, and then they can go straight on their mommy for the whole day. So yep, that's cool. Everything's ready in here. So this is what I got going here. You can see the electric fence is all messed up. I'm gonna move it out where that 4x4 is. I'm gonna kind of detach it, take the nails out, and kind of push this whole electric fence out behind this goat barn and kind of push it out. Probably there's a converter in this area, and kind of tie it back in either to the side of this building here, or maybe into one of these T-posts. We'll see. But my plan is this is going to be totally permanently fenced in with this fencing. I have a bunch of leftover fencing I have hanging around, so I shouldn't have to purchase any. And it will come up to the barn here. And this will eventually be a gate, so this can be opened up so they can come out on the electric, and then this pasture can come out on the electric. And there's already a gate there, and there'll be another gate there. So once I do fence in Jumanji and there's an alleyway there, they can be rotationally turned out in Jumanji and have fun up all on those rocks and stuff like that. So that's the plan. I'm gonna bring this milking stall probably into here, maybe. I'm not quite certain. I might leave it there now, kind of to have it separate. So when I milk Rumor, I'm not being bothered by the kids and by Domino. We'll see. I might have to move it in here for when it rains, because I obviously don't want to be milking in the rain because that's pain. So on this interior fence line, I've used shorter posts and pounded them a little deeper because I'm not so worried about this interior fence line being jumped over by dogs, because it's kind of in the middle of everything. But on the exterior wall, including here, I've left the T-posts. I had larger T-posts. I actually bought some more T-posts, which that was a blessing from God. I actually only got charged for 2 T-posts. It was like $8.78 for all 10 of those T-posts. Praise the Lord for that. I don't know how that happened, but it did. So I got 8 for free. But I already had these ones. Y'all probably know from the previous video of me collecting those from the rock paddock over there in that shed. These are the longer ones, and I left them all on the outside of it, including this aisleway here. So I can actually run either electric on top or barbed wire or something to protect this field, this little turnout area for the babies from like a dog or the neighbor's dog particularly. I love her to pieces, but she jumps things and she's like a deer. She's like a gazelle. So I'll leave that higher there for protection for the babies, and then installing a taller chain link fence opposed to this one to keep them a little bit more protected. This is 5 feet tall, so hopefully that will do it. Domino being a bully. So there's a new pecking order here. Domino has quite taken over the dominant role in our 2-goat herd right now, and Rumor's not happy about it, which I don't blame her, because she's pregnant and see what he's doing? Bull guarding all the hay. So I'm gonna have to make 2 piles, okay, girl? So today makes us at 145 days of her gestation. So technically she could go all the way to 155. We'll see. I think some goats in her line have gone to 153. So we'll see. Her she walking away from me. Her udders are getting bigger, but they're not as big as I had anticipated, with the due date being today. So I think we're probably going to go a little further along here. Her ligament's still intact. She has been getting rather irritable more than normal. Yeah, they're definitely getting bigger, but they're not really that huge. She has been getting really irritable more than normal, especially at feeding time. I've noticed she's like started to separate herself emotionally from Domino and even from me. Normally she really likes to be pet and cuddled and kisses when she gets her grain, but she's been just really irritable, which I don't blame her. We're getting towards the end, and I understand it gets rather uncomfortable. It's cold out today, huh? You guys warm enough? Well, that didn't work the way I planned at all. He's under there bull guarding the hay. I'm sorry, Rumor. He's such a bully. He's such a bully. I'm gonna actually go get you some alfalfa pellets, and we'll get on the milk stand so you can have that extra, okay? Is that better, girl? Domino is pissed. Too bad. You're being a bully. She's pregnant and you're not. He's such a bully, isn't he? Don't you worry. You're gonna have your own little barn and everything once you got your babies. Let's check you out, girly girl. She's starting to look hollow back here. I can feel her hips. So this is a structural change. Her babies have definitely dropped. Yeah, they're sunken in here. Her ligament is still intact right here. But we're definitely getting there. We're getting there, huh, girl? I haven't decided if I'm gonna shave this or not. It's not really huge yet. She's still not crazy about me touching her there. I really have a feeling I'm gonna have to tie her feet down when we start milking. It's okay. You enjoying your grain, girl? Huh? It is a little cold out. It's not too bad though, right? It's not as bad as everyone's making it. It might get worse though. Who knows? We'll see. And we're in effect till I think 6 p.m. tonight. It is about 30 degrees out right now, which is really cold for Tennessee here. It's gotten in 12 degrees here before. Doesn't stay very long. But I think I'm just used to it because I'm from the north, so it gets much colder there than it does here. So I actually have been looking into getting Rumor on milk test after she kids, probably not till like 80 or 90 days. So we'll see. There's different things. There's a 1-day milk test. There's a 305-day thing. I don't really know much about it because this is my first time with dairy goats. So we'll see. But I'm hoping that Rumor can earn her milk star even as a first freshener. And that's okay if she doesn't. We'll do it next year too because it would make her a 4M. It's okay, girl. It would make her a 4M because her mother and her grandmother all have their milk stars, and her great-grandmother. She's not quite used to the milk stand yet, even just standing here. She's a little finicky. But then again, she is almost due to have babies. So we'll see about the whole milk test thing. But yeah, I'm really excited about that. So I'm all done out here. I'm going to go inside and make some lunch for my son. And yeah. Subscribe, guys. If you haven't subscribed to see my next video, hit the notification bell to receive a notification. Till next time, y'all, be blessed. Stay warm. And a whittle and a waddle.